And welcome back to my channel, Nails by Tashi. Today's video we are going to be creating these beautiful toenails out of polygel. You can have this one with the glitter on it. So if you guys want to see how I did this, just keep on watching. We're going to get started. The first thing I'm going to do is just put some cuticle oil. No. God dang it. Alright, so we let the cuticle remover sit on there for a few minutes. Now we're just going to go in and push back all the cuticles, and then we'll end up trimming them just a little bit. And once you push back the cuticles, you really expose a lot more nail, so we can have some more room on there. So just go ahead and do that on all 10 toes. Now I'm just going to go in with my e-file and just clean up around the cuticles and just get them pushed back really well. This is removing like pretty much all of the cuticle that's grown down on her skin. Now we're just going to trim up the cuticles a little bit. It's a little nail there. After we've pushed back the cuticles and got them filed really well, I'm just going to spray them with a little bit of alcohol, and then I'm just going to use this to brush them off really well. You dust them off, you might notice a couple places you need to go back in and file, so go ahead and do that right now. There's still some cuticle here on her big toe. Removed all the dust. Now I'm just going to take some acetone and I'm just going to wipe them all down. After that we will dehydrate and prime, and then we'll be ready to get started. So you want to make sure you dehydrate these really well. It's okay if you get it on the skin, because we just need to make sure it's nice and dry so our gel will stick on and stay on for at least like a few weeks. These are kind of tiny toenails, but they are going to be so beautiful once we're finished. Even more beautiful because she already has great feet. Then after that, we're going to do the primer. I'm going to put on 2 coats of this. You want to make sure you don't get this on the cuticle back here, but it is okay if we get a little bit like on the skin down here. So put 2 coats of the primer on, and then we're ready for the gel. Okay, so we're going to get started. Right here I just have the rubbing alcohol that we'll use. And then I'm going to use this whitish. This is called Milk White. So pretty. We're going to use this for her big toes right here. So all you do is just pat and press, move it around. Remember, it's not going to dry until you cure it, so we have plenty of time to get it into the shape we want. I didn't put any tips or anything on her toenails just because we're not going to make them super long. We're just going to keep them kind of natural looking. That one under the light for just a little bit, just to kind of lock it in place. Now I'm going to do the other ones, and I'm just going to use a lot less. So this right here might even be too much. You want to be careful, make sure you don't get it on the cuticle. That will cause fast lifting. Sometimes it helps if you make them really thin, and then you can go in and add more after it cures. So I just put that one on really thin, and I'm going to go in and add a little bit more after it cures. So put those under the light. We're gonna do this little baby here. It doesn't have a whole lot of a nail on it, but that is no problem. So we're just gonna put that little tiny bit of gel on there and just make a toenail. Alright, so once you're happy with that, you just put it under the light. And we're going to do a little accent toenail, so I'm going to use clear for that. I just need just a little tiny bit of it. So you're just going to make that like little base toenail so we can put the glitter on top of it. Ready? I just mixed this glitter. I mixed it with the Polygel, the clear. So now we're just going to take a little bit of that and we'll use this to make the rest of the toenail. Oh crap. One comes out of the light, we're just going to cap it in a very thin, with a very thin layer on top of it, just to give us something to file. So just put a very thin layer on there. You don't want the toenail to look super thick and unnatural, so just make sure it's nice and thin. These all came out from under the light. They're looking so beautiful. So now we're just going to go in and I'm going to file the free edges and square everything up. And then I'll go in with the e-file and clean up around the cuticles.
So I didn't realize, I guess with some of these DJs,
once you get them shaped up, I'm just going to go in with the e-file and this bit right here and go around all the cuticles. Okay, so we've got them all filed and buffed. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of acetone and just rub them, get all that dust off. And then we will put some top coat on. All filed and buffed. Now we're just going to put on some gel top coat. Put that on all 10 toes. And then after we do the top coat, we're just going to cure them under the light. So they're all finished. We're just going to put some, what is this, cuticle oil on them. Alright, so that is it. They're done. She has toenails. They're nice and natural looking.